chase now, and that seems to be a lot more successful tactic to employ going forward. Having a look down below, let's have a quick look. There's been a lot of grass on it, very dry, and the sun has really burnt that grass away now, so it's a lot drier than it was yesterday. A little bit of variable bounce started to come into play as the match went on, so that's something to think about. Do you want to utilize it first, get the best use of it, or favor the statistics and chase?
Well, there's a lot in it. It's pretty dry, and well, it is baking, and it is a hot day. Lot to add to. So what would the captains do? Let's go across. Time for the toss with Alan Wilkins, as he's out there with the two captains and also the match referee.
Welcome to the toss here in the middle, where I've got Brendan Karupa, the match referee. I've got Robin Uthappa, captain of the Rajasthan Kings, and Yuvraj Singh. Yuvi's got the coin. He is the captain of the strikers. He wanted the coin. He's got the coin, and he's going to give it a big flick. Tails. Tails is the call. Heads. Yuvi, stay there, stay there. Yuvi, tell Robin what you're going to do and tell us what you're going to do.
I don't know. I need to ask him. I think we're going to chase.
You're going to chase.
I'll make a decision. We'll chase.
You're going to chase. You're going to put them into bat first.
Sure.
How do you feel about that, Rob?
I don't mind. Actually, don't mind batting first on this track in the afternoon, because the sun's beating down pretty hard as well today. So I don't know, hopefully some turn at some point.
Yeah, but you haven't minded batting first, because you got yourself a nice big score when you did, I think, was the first game or second game.
Mm-hmm.
So the boys don't mind batting first in the afternoon?
I think we're just coming out there every game and just trying to have some fun and really enjoy each other's company and play some good cricket. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So how much science has gone into that decision then, Yuvi, that you're going to chase?
Well, he was about to spin it. I came and spun it, and I still had to make a decision, so no science at all.
All right, let me ask you about the size, because we saw a few injuries last night with the Giants and what have you. Are all you boys fit for selection?
Yeah, I mean, I prayed hard a lot in the morning that I should not get injured, because at this age, you really have to take care of your bodies, and it's not nice to see guys getting injured, but the nature of the game is brutal.
Yeah, it certainly is. Rob, you're okay? Everyone all right in your camp?
Yep, everyone's fine now. Yeah.
And you know how big this game is, because the Giants are 2 points ahead, so whoever wins this because of your net run rate, I think you go top. How do you feel about that?
Well, honestly, I haven't looked at the leaderboard or I haven't seen that the whole tournament. I don't intend to see it either, and just take one game at a time, and trying to be real with that whole concept of taking one game at a time.
All right, that's it then, Yuvi. So you're gonna have a ball.
He surely has, but
yeah, he won't tell you, will he?
He won't tell us.
No.
But we're just gonna try and have some fun and play some good cricket.
Absolutely right, fellas. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks, Yuvi. Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers, Rob. So there we are. Yuvraj. He's won the toss, and he's gonna bowl.
I don't think Wilco was sure about what Yuvraj wanted to do. Anyway, New York Strikers, they're going to bowl. Now, these are the two teams. I got John Kent here very quickly coming back after that pitch report. What are your thoughts?
Oh, there is a couple of changes for the Strikers. Peterson and Ben come into the side, and then Thurmana and Powell come out. So Thurmana and Powell batting in the top order. So they're going with the extra spinner. Having a look across to the Kings, Uthappa has been in good form, Mazakatsa as well as Pereira, 100 in their last game, and Trigo has been very, very good. So they've got both sides are really well balanced, and this is going to be a pretty much top of the table encounter this.
Yeah, no doubt indeed. Rajasthan Kings are unchanged, but New York Strikers having to make those two changes. And one of the players that have really stood tall in this tournament has been Angelo Pereira, that magnificent 100 for the Rajasthan Kings.
That was absolutely out the top draw. He lit it up. He kept going throughout, and he just kept with a foot down, flat on the accelerator, and he hit shots all around the wicket. His power hitting was quite something to behold as the innings developed and went on, and the celebrations were huge. 100 not out of 43, won the game, got to his 100. What a moment that was.
Yeah, play about to start, but John, just looking ahead to this game, as Wilco said at the toss, such an important game, and the winner here would go to the top. They got a superior run rate, so how do you see this game panning out?
I think it's going to be very important here first up in this power play. I'm going to have to see how the skipper Uthappa goes, and they're ultra aggressive. I think they're going to post a really formidable total and test the Strikers in the second innings. I think they're going to put on a really good score here. That's what I'm thinking. And then UV and his boys are going to have to chase something around the 150, 160 mark. which is a competitive total. And they've got plenty of players. Udana, Yuvi, Suleiman Ben. They brought the spinner in now as well today.
See, in fact, we've just heard that Nuwan Pradeep is not playing for the New York Strikers. That's a last-minute change. Jerome Taylor coming out. But the regular openers, Robin Uthappa, he's coming out with Jatin Saxena to open the batting for the New York Strikers. They've been pretty successful. But this promises to be a magnificent game. Two fantastic sides, two very well balanced sides. New York Strikers might be a little bit disappointed, depleted. No Lairu Thirimana because of an injury that he's picked up. But they still have a pretty settled outfit.
Yeah, they managed to bring the changes from game one. And they've been comfortable doing it, not thinking they're going to just leave players unutilized on the bench. So everyone's got a bit of time in the middle. Vera Peterson played the first couple of games. So they've chopped and changed a bit. Walton's been pretty much a steadfast player at the top. The wicketkeeper batsman, just looking through Gunaratne, he's also been a star for them, particularly with the ball. I find he's been really useful. But Uthappa in picture, what a strike rate. That is unbelievable stuff. 231, brilliant work. 72, and a really consistent performer at the top of the order. We're starting to see certain players become more consistent. Last night, Marsh again in the runs again, Tiwari in the runs. So Saxena, he's on the other end. He opened the batting after a couple of games. They didn't try him to start the tournament, but he seems to have fitted into the role. He's been positive. That's what you got to try and do. Make use of the first 4 overs. That's the key for any opener here.
What about this man? It's Udana. He's always active. He's a very experienced campaigner. Just 3 wickets in the tournament. Economy just under 9, best of 3 for 34. But he's a tough competitor. He's fairly sharp. Left arm over the wicket with the ball in hand. And these are the 2 teams. Now again, just to update you, New York Strikers have 3 changes. They have now brought in, I think, Jerome Taylor for Nuwan Pradeep. That's a last-minute change. But Rajasthan Kings, they're unchanged. That's a very strong-looking outfit. Very solid-looking batting lineup. But New York Strikers, they'll be tested.
They've got a nicely balanced attack. You think of Sharma, Ben. They've got 3 spin options with Gunaratne as well. And then you look at Christian, de Grandholm, Udana. So they've got nice variations amongst all their bowlers, each bringing something quite different to the party. But at the moment, Udana's been entrusted with this new ball. He's managed to get some swing, early door, swing it back into the right-hander, and that's what he's going to be focusing on here, bowling to the opposition skipper, facing up for the first delivery.
Well, now the 2 men outside the 30-yard circle. He doesn't have a slip, but he's got a backward square leg or a square leg on the boundary, and he's got a deep point on the boundary. Here's the first ball of this 90-ball game. Straight away, a bit of swing back into the right-hander from the left-arm medium-fast bowler. Robin Uthappa just getting across, covering it, pushing it to mid-on.
Interesting, he talked about they're not too aware of the log standings and all that sort of stuff, saying he's playing it pretty cool at the moment. As Uthappa, trust me, he knows exactly what they need to do here. He's a very prepared guy and very focused on winning this trophy here this year.
Going a little bit full or taken, I think, is it? He's not sure. He's not sure. I think he's not claiming it. Rahul Sharma at mid-off. He thinks it bounced, but a good effort. Very good effort. But the umpires would take a look at it.
This is a massive moment in just the second delivery of the match. They're going to have a look, and I don't know, just I'm far away from here upstairs, but I thought he may have got that. Now we're going to have another look at that. So we've seen a few interesting calls last night as well. So Pereira thought he took it, but was adjudged not to have taken it. And now they're going to have another look. First things first, that's all right.
Yeah, it's the next frame. That's the key here. Uthappa just charging, chipping it in the air. Oh, that's a tight one. That's a really tight one. No, I don't think they'll give it. I think it's just touching the ground. This will tell us. Yes. Yeah, that's more conclusive. I think he's grounded it. So it should be a pretty easy decision.
Let's see what the men upstairs go, where they go with this one. They're having a quick look. They're having another replay, a little rock and rolling. So a big moment in the game here. The skipper of the Kings, is he going to survive this? And it looks like he is. Yep, the call coming back down. He's not out. So good, quick call. And they sorted that out. So the change of field immediately. The man who almost caught that ball has gone too long off now.
Yeah, point comes in. Oh, that time, that has to be out. It has to be out. He just nudged it. He was looking to run it down. And Robin Uthappa, he's gone. That's a massive scalp as far as the New York Strikers are concerned. The Rajasthan captain goes.
Walton behind the stumps, takes the catch, angling in, and he just runs it almost off the face, straight to the keeper. And he says, thank you very much. I'll have that. And huge wicket. He thought off the second ball he got one, but the third ball does the trick. Robin Uthappa has to go. He's done his day's work with the bat. He's gone for naught. Kings 0 for 1.
Right, so 0 for 1. That's a massive blow. You just dismiss the most prolific batter of the tournament. And that is just after there was some question about a catch at mid-off. The very next delivery, close to the batter, he was looking to run it down, went off the face. So Masakadza, now he's got a massive role to play here. Another look.
The reason why he's trying to run it down is the third man's up and he can get a boundary off it, but it's in the end a pretty soft way to get out. Masakadza, he's been in some very good form in this top order, half centuries been scored, but now they've been rocked early here, and the bulk of the runs who the skipper has been scoring is going to have to be scored elsewhere.
Good start for the Strikers. Straight away, that's a good delivery again, back into the right-hander. He's been very accurate this over. Isarudana has swung it back into the right-hander.
He started off brightly, that's for sure. Half century, not out as well of 32 balls. He's better be on the top of his game here right now. Udana's really rushed him on that first delivery. Got the bat down just in time with his in-swinger honing in on the stumps.
Wait is the call. This is a brilliant first over. There's been a wicket and 4 dots. I might start off with the maiden. Now that'd be a first if he starts off with the maiden, the very first over. One more ball to go, and these are some beautiful parts of Kandy. We've shown you before. This is the Mahavali River flowing through some of the mountainous areas, and it is a very pretty sight. Last ball of the over. Play and a miss, and what a start. It's a maiden. It is a very fine over, the very first maiden. In fact, the second maiden, but the first time to do a maiden in the first over. The Kings are 0 for 1. It's 0 for 1. Maiden over to start with by Isarudana. What an over that was with a wicket. And it's great to start off the power play with a maiden and you get the best batter in the side out. Right, Jerome Taylor, a late inclusion in the side for Nuwan Pradeep. Hasn't played in this tournament so far. 120 matches, 140 wickets. That's in his T20 career. Best of 5 for 10. Saxena will be the man on strike. He's got a slip in, John. He's got a third and a backward square leg. So ball number 1 for Jerome Taylor. Oh, goes past the outside edge. That's a good start.
Saxena very late on this one, that's for sure. Jerome Taylor came in late, but he started well. Immediately, beautiful seam position. Both these bowlers highly skilled at shaping this new ball around, and he's missed that by quite a distance, and very late on that as well. You can understand why that slips there.
Again a swing and a miss. Again that hint of movement away from the right-hander. So 2 deliveries. We've had what? Now 8 dots without a run.
I think what he's going to try and capitalize on here is anything with a bit of width. That's a good delivery. The length is good, does offer up some width, and that's what Taylor's got to be just a little bit aware of. Offering up a bit of width. There's no one back. There's just a third man on the boundary on the offside.
Right. This time he gets back. Oh, trouble. Could be trouble. The throw was bad. The throw was really bad. He threw to the wrong end. Saxena wanted a run anyway because he struck it and he was running with it. I don't think Masakadza was ready at all.
Once you just watch your partner and listen to his calling, you'll be okay. But if you ball watch, it's a problem. And Hamilton Masakadza was watching his partner, so he did the right thing. Saxena certainly wanted to get off strike. We know that much.
So he's got a good record here. 52-31. He's made 9 not out. The only failure was 8. Yet to get off the mark. He does gets off the mark with that shot. Yes. They'll want 2. They'll come. Oh no, they don't. I think it's Asela Gunaratne on the boundary at mid-wicket. They were not going to risk that arm of Gunaratne.
Taylor having a look at the short ball early on. Gunaratne in the deep. Doing very well to get to the ball quickly and cut down the second run. Must be said though, a lot of runs are turned down when it's iffy. Running back for 2, coming back for 3. Haven't seen many 3s, only 1 in the whole tournament.
I think we've seen the last of it. Not sure we'll have more 3s. That's just slightly slower, but swinging down the leg side of the pad. So New York strikers, their decision to field first is really paying off. They bowl what now? At the moment they bowl 11 deliveries. They've got the wicket of Uthappa, who's been the best batter of the tournament, not just of Rajasthan Kings. And now 3 for 1. Last ball of the over. Masakadza, the man on strike. Punched. Again another single. Good running. That's Isarudana. 12 balls done, not 2 overs. 4 for 1. New York strikers having 3 changes. Rajasthan Kings unchanged, been put into bat, losing their captain, the most prolific batter in the series in this league, Robin Uthappa. Isarudana continues. Again not timing well at all. Masakadza just finds the man at mid-off. They have struggled, the batters. They have struggled to get bat to ball. They've found it hard to get it into gaps. Timing has been completely off.
Yeah, they've normally got off to a wonderful start every single game, and they've had a platform to walk in and play shots. And this is vastly different now.
Man on the cover boundary, another at square leg. Pace off. He does that very well. He's got a very well disguised slower ball. He bowls a cutter, he bowls a back of the hand delivery, but he's very controlled.
Talk about early wickets, that brings the other batters into the picture. Peter Trigo in the middle order, as well as Angelo Pereira. We saw a bit earlier on his 100 not out to win the game. In the first 100 of the tournament, he has been in sparkling form, and they want to have a nice platform for him to walk in and play his natural game, but they need to set it up for him first.
swing and a miss. That's a bit of a wild one from Saxena. Isuru Udana has bowled 9 deliveries and conceded just a single. Now don't forget, this is a 90-ball game. This is ball number 15 in the Rajasthan Kings innings, and they've just made 5.
I'll be interested in putting a third man down because he's just swinging at everything outside the off stump, and third man's up. They've just got a cover sweeper wide left of screen.
And there's every chance that there can be a healthy edge if he swings. Oh, this should be taken. Oh no, for a moment I thought it went off a leading edge. There were 2 opportunities provided. One was a catch, the other a run out. But Saxena, he survives both.
Saxena, all at sea at the moment. He hasn't middled anything really. This time leading edge, and he sets off and had to go a bit there. That could have been found short as well. Interesting that the throw at the stumps got ricocheted off the bowler's hand and almost hit the stumps on the other end as well. So almost a double play of sorts. And the ball rolls down and almost goes to the striker's end.
This time I think he'll get a boundary. He will. Oh no, well done. Well done. For a moment I thought it was brilliantly. For a moment I thought it was timed well. It was in the gap, but Asela Gunaratne got across. That was hit with a lot of power. Timing was good. But this is quality fielding.
As you said, it wasn't expected by any means, but he got across the ground really quickly. He didn't have long to react, but he gave the full-length dive, and that's what a great team does as a unit. Not the best delivery for sure. That deserved 4. It's only 2.
Good fielding again. Very good fielding. Keeps it down to a single. This has been a good display by the New York Strikers. 18 balls done. 9 for 1.
Hold it.
That's the importance of this match today, is that the winner here will go above the Dubai Giants with the 2 points because of the superior net run rate. Both these teams in action this afternoon have superb net run rate. So Rajasthan Kings are really struggling here. Mazakadze 6 from 10, Saxena 2 from 6, and Robin Uthappa, who's been prolific in this tournament, is the early casualty. Robin Uthappa, his first naught in the tournament. Udana has bowled well with that brand new ball. So the Rajasthan Kings put into bat by Yuvraj. Ooh, that's a bit of a heave from Mazakadze, but he's going to get 4 runs for it. First boundary of the innings.
Very interesting, isn't it, Alan? In a format like this, you take 20 balls to get a boundary in a power play, but that again, that's not where Mazakadze would have wanted that to go, but he will take it nevertheless, and so will the Kings.
Seen anything really untoward in the pitch that would suggest that the ball has been in such ascendancy. We've seen a bit of swing, but I will say this, it's a very hot day out there today. Not a lot of breeze around. Jerome Taylor. Oh, he doesn't know where it's going. Mazakadze was playing that through the leg side, and I think the ball had a little shape on it too, from leg to off.
Still 13 for 1. This has been some excellent fast bowling from Isuru Udana and Jerome Taylor. We've seen 21 deliveries gone by, and still it's only 13 for 1 in a 90-ball format in a power play. Hats off to the strikers.
short and absolutely walloped. 6 all the way from Mazakadze.
Just when you given the credit to the bowlers, Jerome Taylor drops one pretty short. That was a poor delivery. That just, he was trying to roll his fingers, but he hit it in far too short. And what Mazakadze had to do was just help it over mid-wicket.
Yeah, you see a lot of, well, just a lot of trial and error by bowlers to bowl different deliveries, and I feel sometimes they could keep it a little simpler, more simple than they do. That's an error with the hand, and it cost him 6. Slower ball, false stroke from Mazakadze, heaving away again. A little slower that time from Jerome Taylor.
He's mixing things up, Jerome Taylor. And that is the previous delivery. He just stood up for Mazakadze, and all he had to do was just pick his spot. And he did that pretty well.
That's not going to get anywhere. And so that, after 24 balls, is the power play score, and it's the lowest of the tournament. 20 for 1, the lowest power play score of the tournament. The Kings are struggling. For 1, Robin Uthappa, the man out for naught. And the power play is done, and this is going to be Suleiman Ben. One of the tallest spinners the game has seen. And we've got a mix-up here. Hamilton Mazakadze came halfway down. Saxena said, "I'll come down," and they both stopped in the middle.
There you go, both of them. And again, then Saxena decides to run, and this time Mazakadze is on the back foot, punching it away. He'll find the boundary. Asalagunratha cannot get to that. So Suleiman Ben, he can't afford to bowl on that length against Mazakadze's very strong square of the wicket.
Yeah, it's too short, this. He really didn't have to rock back too far. It was an invitingly short delivery. Suleiman Ben is so tall, his height is such a factor there, like that. Hamilton Mazakadze is heaving away, trying to find that leg side boundary, not looking so successful at the moment.
We'll talk about Suleiman Ben. And this time it's Saxena trying to get the gap. 25 for 1. The striker is in control at the moment.
Three men back on that leg side fence.
No, Alan, Suleiman Ben is about 6 feet 70 height, so his arm comes very high. Might hurry on to the batter a little bit quicker than you would expect, isn't it? He'll come on quicker.
And he gets bounced. 27 for 1. decent over, but I'm afraid in that first over Robin Uthappa was the casualty. He's gone for naught. Crushing blow, a big blow that, and here's Rahul Sharma. Surely one of the tallest leg spinners I can recall. So we've got a team full of tall spinners.
I was just going to say that. We had a tall left armer bowl one over from this end, and now we have the tall right arm leggy coming in from the other end.
Yeah, I can't remember anyone as tall as Rahul Sharma bowling leg spin. Straight back over his head. Man out there. Jerome Taylor.
Masakadza has been trying and targeting that cow corner or the mid-wicket area, but oh, well, Jerome Taylor, you got it right.
That beats the man. There's a deep point out there. Could be, oh dear, what has gone on there? Masakadza hasn't moved, and Saxena, Jatin Saxena's gone the entire length of the pitch. Both batters were at one end in conversation. Oh dear, the train left the station and the platform was empty.
Oh, this is poor cricket. They did have a few problems in the previous over. No, Masakadza was never interested. He just stayed on, and that no was pretty late, isn't it?
No, well, what they're both doing, they're both ball watching. Both of them watching the fielder, neither of them communicating with each other. Hence the mistake. He's gone for 4. It was a laboured 4, 29 for 2.
Well, with the 2 leg spinners in operation, the Kings decide that they will want to send in a left-hander. So then they send Chaturanga De Silva in. I think that's a good point because there are 2 leg spinners in operation.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, just to break it up, it's they've been under a stranglehold here. Okay, so Hamilton Masakadza has decided there's no run there, and I think he's right because the ball was the ball was in the fielder's hands. Saxena was watching the fielder. Never once did they look at each other. Or where was the call? Never heard a shout. That's not out. That's missing leg stump.
The Kings suddenly, the batting has been their strength in this tournament. Uthappa at the top, we got 100 from Angelo Pereira in the previous game, but today they've been struggling with the bat.
It's a nice hit. That is a very good blow from Masakadza. He's been looking for it. It's the first one he's really timed.
And Masakadza finally finds what he was looking for. Very straight, and he's got all the power behind that to take it all the way. This is what the Kings need. They need Masakadza to fire. And this time he will find Jerome Taylor in the deep, and the 3rd Kings wicket falls, and that of Hamilton Masakadza. He was looking to go downtown, he was looking to clear long on, but he only succeeded in getting it to Jerome Taylor.
Wasn't a very fluent innings from Hamilton Masakadza. Dragged it round. Good catch by Jerome Taylor. But he'll look at his bat there, but I'm wasn't a very convincing innings by Hamilton. He's gone for 30 though from 22, 35 for 3. So Masakadza 30 from the 35, and I never felt that he got going. I never felt that it was a fluent innings. Now the man of the moment, the man of the tournament, Angelo Pereira, 100 not out in his last match, putting on 143 with Peter Trigo.
So this is Angelo Pereira getting that 100 the previous day against the Devils. They were in a bad way when Pereira came into bat. He just kept going. And he was playing it all around the ground. It was a super innings, cutting, pulling, driving, and going aerial. He was fantastic.
Angelo Pereira, 100 not out. A 43-ball century from Angelo Pereira. Kings could do with something of that ilk today. That's not out, it's going down, it's missing leg stump. End of the over, 35 for 3.
So this was Masakadza's dismissal. I thought it was a good catch by Durham Taylor. It was leaving him, but he managed to stretch his arms out and pull it back. Chaturanga de Silva will take strike. It's Gunratna. Goes to fall safe. Now something interesting, Alan. We got 3 Sri Lankans in action. Chaturanga de Silva and Angelo Pereira batting, and we got Asela Gunratna bowling.
And we've got Kosala Suresh Chandra in commentary. So Asela Gunratna, I think he's a very good cricketer. And you were just telling me a moment ago that Angelo Pereira in a first-class match, yeah? First-class match?
Yes, in a first-class match, got double hundreds in both innings.
A double century.
Double century.
In each innings. First-class cricket. Wonderful. Well, there's going to have to be a regrouping here for the Rajasthan Kings. There's still a bit of batting to come, but having lost 3 of their top order, there has to be a bit of a regroup here. Cool, he's hit that hard, very hard. Chaturanga de Silva.
Well, he can bat for sure. That was a beautiful stroke. Was in the zone. Gunratna, he's picked up 5 wickets in the series so far, but Chaturanga de Silva was good on that. That's a better comeback. This is what they need to do. Push the single, work the boundary. Chaturanga de Silva, he's also played a lot of cricket. He's in fact the brother of Vanindu Hasranga. This time it's Pereira. Oh, that's poor. A poor effort. Yeah. Still, the comeback for 2. Good running. There's a direct hit. And we will be going upstairs.
I would think he's in by 3 feet, 3.5 feet.
Asela Gunaratne will keep mixing things up. He will both. So there you go. We come to the end of 42 deliveries. It's 45 for 3.
Well, for the first time, the Kings are being put under a bit of pressure here. They lost their star man without scoring, Robin Uthappa. Dan Christian, the all-rounder from Australia. This series has been a little bit expensive. Just one.
It hasn't all gone to plan for the Kings. Lost the skipper early doors, and since then, Saxena, terrible run-out, miscommunication, and Mazakadze followed shortly thereafter. So no real partnerships to speak of at the moment, and this is a very important one.
They may have lost Uthappa, but they've still got Angelo Pereira, who's now at the non-strikers innings. And what an innings he played the other night for his unbeaten 100. Has he got enough balls in hand here to provide something as explosive as that? Not sure. That'll be a wide.
Christian really bowling leg cutters, off cutters. He's trying to take all the pace off. The odd one that he'll mix up is the seam up one. Look at this beautiful river flowing through it. Stunning images.
Fielded. If he hits, he's in trouble. He didn't, but that was a good bit of fielding.
The fielder's well aware of the danger of Pereira. He hits extra cover extremely well. The ground arm, firstly, a really good stop. Shy, he was gone. He was found wanting there, that's for sure. Really good pick up and release from him. Good work. Ground particularly hard in this outfield.
It's Alvaro Peterson, ex-South African test opener.
He got something behind this. I was hit extremely hard, and the old long barrier, old school, and he needed a thigh pad for this one.
This should be out the ground, and is. You can't bowl that sort of length at that sort of pace to this sort of player, and it brings up the 50.
Second slowest half century coming up for the team in this tournament, so it's been tough going. Breaking the shackles here, De Silva.
This will fall short of Taylor, and again, they've done well, the strikers. Been a couple of good fielding efforts in the deep just of late. Right, end of 48 balls, 56 for 3. And with De Silva unbeaten on 14 and Pereira unbeaten on 6, we're going to have a strategic timeout. Palakela International Stadium for this Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. We're in season 2 of it, and it's a big game. And the winner of this game will certainly go to the top of the table, and the Rajasthan Kings have not started well. 56 for 3. They've lost their main player, their captain, Robin Uthappa, without scoring, and Saxena in an awful mix-up with Mazakatsa going for 4, and then Mazakatsa, who looked bright, going for 30. So now a little bit of a rebuilding phase between De Silva and Pereira. 6 bowlers used. Udana very impressive, just 5 runs in his 2 overs. They've all been good, really. Dan Christian maybe a little bit expensive in the context of the bowling unit.
Big man Ben, he's into the attack. When you get out to the centre, you realise how tall this man is. He's an absolute giant. It's almost like another Mohammed Irfan. He's not far off it. But he's going to rip a few. All the men on the leg side back, except for Short Fine. Looked like to come off the thigh pad, but he has got a wide in the end. He took a while to decide on that one. The umpire, the batsman appealed for one.
Nope, he hasn't middled that. Suleiman Ben, the 7th bowler that's being used here by the New York superstar strikers. They used Udana and Jerome Taylor up front. Oh no, I lied. 6 bowlers. It still does provide you with options if you can use a 6th bowler. Just bearing in mind that because of this new format, that there is an opportunity for one of the bowlers to bowl 4 overs, 24 deliveries. Just one bowler is allowed that. That's a great shot. Really has created his own room to find that angle.
These two extremely good at hitting through that extra cover region. This is a brilliant shot. Opens that front foot right up to allow him to get a free flow of the arms. Only a couple of meters away from that extra cover fielder. Didn't stand a chance.
You have a spinner. If you float it up, these batters just come after you. You've almost got to bowl it into the pitch, specifically from the height that Ben lets the ball go from. But if you just loop it up and you get it under their eyes, these batters will swing away.
Pereira the left-hander. Chaturanga is the right-hander. Sorry, Chaturanga is the left-hander facing.
Yeah, good.
Out the ground. Out the ground. They're getting a move on now.
Pushing on now. De Silva. He's looked really good since getting out there. 2 4s, 2 6s. It's over 13 off it. Started with a wide, and now there's been 2 boundaries. The best of them. Both feel they've missed out with a couple of balls down the leg side, and he's made up for all of that with a wonderful shot for 6.
Every delivery is an event here. Every delivery, they're almost swinging their backs out. That's the end of the Ben over. 70 for 3. Well, they're getting better. They're improving with every over. And that was the best over of the innings. This partnership, a useful one. 35 from 21. De Silva striking it at over 200. We're just waiting for Pereira now to get going. So here is the 7th bowler, Colin de Grandhomme, the New Zealand all-rounder.
Yep.
Lightly raced, hasn't had a huge amount of bowling so far, but here he goes.
This will fall safely. It took a while for Ben to get going at short third, but eventually he got a move on that'll allow them to get through for 2.
It's a real teaser for the keeper. Thought it might have just gone straight up, but it just had enough to get over him. So De Silva, you mentioned last over swinging hard. He is trying to hit the ground home back to Colombo here.
No, not a good delivery. Great hand from Yuvraj Singh. That has saved a certain boundary.
Sensational work. Yuvraj Singh. A couple of little half from his teammates, but this was a terrible delivery. He saved 3 runs there. Brilliant work, and I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Wasn't his best delivery, but magic at short fine leg.
Oh, that would have been some catch. But instead, Pereira is up and running now. He's found the boundary for the first time.
Both of these two batters now putting the foot flat. A wonderful effort. Gunaratne walked across the stumps. And he didn't quite get all of it. The bat just rolled in his hands. Running in, running forward, diving forward. Just couldn't get his hands underneath it. Another important boundary. 7 off 3 here.
Easy single. So pace taken off there by de Grandhomme. It's a used pitch. They played on the same pitch yesterday, but there were some big scoring games. And you would always think that maybe it gets a little bit tougher as the surface dries out. Straight, hard, will skip away for 4. Good over, big over.
I said those buildings are getting taller, they keep growing. This is the spirit. They're hitting a couple of boundaries every over now. 1 over 10, so 12 off it. De Silva, excellent work, 47 off 26. This partnership now, so no pace on it. He had to place it, he had to hit it hard.
That might skip away as well. Yes, it does. That's a brilliant over for the Kings. 16 from it. That's their best so far in the innings. 86 for 3 after 10 overs. So they continue to improve, the Kings. Well, if they keep going at this rate, and every single over from here on in is better than the one before, they'll have something very competitive indeed. But there's just 5 overs remaining now, 30 balls. There's an opportunity for the batting side to take a power play. It doesn't seem as though they're taking it just yet. They're not. But they can take their power play any time from now, where there will be a fielding restriction of 3 players, a maximum of 3 players allowed outside that 30-yard circle. Dan Christian. Just a single.
That 50 partnership, 27 balls. That's how long it took. Previous over was the chance, but I thought they had a chance here, diving forward, and it was a boundary. And then De Silva went about his business. He likes it straight, he likes it extra cover. Another valiant effort in the deep, but another boundary, so the building is getting ever taller, over by over.
Worth a throw, but they comfortably home. They've got a nice understanding, these two, both from Sri Lanka. Chaturanga de Silva, left-hander, brother of Wanindu Hasaranga. But just a call straight away. And the response from the non-striker, and that's how comfortably they get in.
Christian, not a huge amount different to Grandholm in terms of pace and mixing it up. Quite similar. Sri Lankan's trying to get a hold of them here.
And what he has done well is he's only gone for 3 singles, so at this rate, those overs that are getting bigger and bigger and bigger might come to a grinding halt unless they find some boundaries in the last 3 balls. It's a change of field as fine leg drops back and long on Alvaro Peterson comes up into the 30-yard circle. He won't come up to save one. He'll hug that circle, happy to surrender a single. Hold.
Pretty awkward position he got into there. Well directed, really straight at the batsman. And Christian mixes the pace up so well, and in the end just got anything on it, just try to get something on it. Really brilliant thinking by Christian. This has been a superb over, just 4 singles. Importantly, can he finish it off though? Pereira on strike, looking straight, looking leg side.
There we go, there we go. That's what they were after. That's what they were after. It's been a good over from Christian, but just before it's completed, Angelo Pereira finds the boundary.
Disappointing. And he gave a bit of pace on this ball, and that's what he enjoyed. Previous to this, a lot of slower deliveries. Flat batter, those 2 fielders, deeper wicket and mid-on. There's not a big gap between them. All the way for 6.
Nicely bowled, but well squeezed away for another boundary. So still, the overs are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger as the 100 is brought up. 11 overs gone, that's 66 balls, 100 for 3.
The 100 is up, and at some stages in this innings it's looked a little precarious. Dan Christian. Right, 100 is up. We've had 11 overs, 66 balls, 24 deliveries to go. Seven bowlers used by the strikers, and we're back now with Isuru Udana. I'm a big fan of this fellow, Roshan Singh alongside. You've watched a lot of him over the years. He's got a real box of tricks, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player. Isuru Udana, highly experienced. He's played a lot of international cricket. What I like about him is his disguising of the slower ball. He virtually hides it. He doesn't change the action, back of the hand, and he's got many a batter dismissed by it.
That's a bit of a slap, and that is a great catch. Alvaro Peterson has pulled off a really stunning catch here, and De Silva's on the way back.
A real cameo from De Silva, 39 of 19. Excellent innings, but what about this catch? Alvaro Peterson comes out with something special. They needed a special effort to dismiss De Silva because he was going so well. He gave them a real opportunity here. 39 of 20. It's 100 for 4. Rajasthan Kings need a lot more here. Good to see this man coming out, Peter Trego. Now he joined Angelo Pereira in that last game, in that big partnership where they virtually took the game away.
Well, I got to tell you, Roshan, all through this tournament, I've been referring to Peter Trego, until a member of his family caught hold of me on social media and said, Alan, please, it's Trego. So, for all the Trego family down there in the southwest of England, welcome to the warmth of Pallekele, and here's Peter Trego.
Well done, Alan. That's excellent.
I'm not sure what relation Sam is, but he's down there in Weston-super-Mare, but might be his dad, I'm not sure. But anyway, Sam, thanks very much for that. Let's now sit back and watch what Peter Trego can do here, because these two put on a partnership of 143 last time. Oh my goodness, that's a good one to get first up. Wow. Isuru Udana with a shade of the Wasim Akrams here.
He's got 2 for 5 or 15 balls. Alvaro Peterson comes out with something special. Had to move to his left, and two-handed catches are never easy. That's what makes that catch special. And Isuru Udana could celebrate it. He had the wicket of Robin Uthappa, and now he's had Chaturanga De Silva.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Isuru Udana, who's only 36 years of age, but over the years been watching him in franchise cricket. Obviously been a member of the left arm Pace Bowlers Union. I just think he's got a lovely action. In fact, I was watching him before the start of play with Chaminda Vaz, and Chaminda was encouraging to do something with his fingers as he was releasing the ball. Look at his career T20 record, 211 wickets in the same number of matches, 5 for 21 is best. Economy is excellent, just a fraction over 8. And it was great to watch. I actually stood by them for a little while, and Chaminda looked with his fingers, prescribing an arc with his fingers that was so precise, the precision of a surgeon. It's great to watch, Roshan.
Did it take you back years?
It did. It did. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Imagine being in the same team as Chaminda Vaz. I mean, doing the same thing, or imagine now being coached by him with his superlative record for Sri Lanka, and being that he's one of the nicest fellows anyway who's ever played the game, and he just plied his craft without fuss, didn't he? Just got on with the job.
Yeah, he was an unsung hero. I mean, he was in the shadow of Muralidharan.
That's been hit well, but so well it's found the fielder, and that is another wicket. The Grandome has taken the catch here at extra cover. It was hit well, but straight to the Kiwi in that extra cover position. Isuru Udana's bowling well here.
He's got 3. Now the problem for the Rajasthan Kings are that they have lost their set batters close to each other. Angelo Pereira, the Centurion, the other day out for 26 of 15. Now of 12 overs, Rajasthan Kings are 103 for 5.
Ashley Nurse, who's a pretty good player, to come in at 7 for Rajasthan Kings, who are under the pump here, 103 for 5. He never really got on top of this. Kind of spooned it to the Grand Dome at extra cover.
Benny. Me again. Yeah, man. Enda, correct. Your turn today, I think.
Suleiman Ben. You see how easy this action is from the tall man from Barbados.
I think he's got good arm speed still. He's got long levers, and I think he's not easy to get away because he's tall and he tends to bowl it a little bit quicker than the average spinner. So he's on to you a bit quicker.
Go on.
What about this from Trigo? That's 6. They need a few of these.
Keep going, Benny.
Well, I'll tell you, the New York Strikers might feel that they've got 2 new batters here and they're left with the last 3 overs. So that's a perfect setting as far as they're concerned. But when Trigo is in this mood, he can take you apart.
He certainly can. Short again. This time it's another 6. Consecutive 6s from the Englishman. Too short, that last delivery.
See, this is a great recovery. In fact, take a look at this shot. This time he's hitting it over long on. The previous one over mid-wicket. So he's making room for himself. Tells you that he has time to play that shot.
Yeah, not the best deliveries from Suleiman Ben.
Run.
Through extra this time from Trigo. Well, it's either 6 or 1 for him.
See, the power play was awful as far as 20 runs for the Rajasthan Kings. 20 for 2 in the first 4 overs. The first 50 came off 47 balls. And this is another one. This is Nurse. Now he's got 3 sixers in the over and he's made it 21. They're down to the last 12 balls and the Rajasthan Kings are 124 for 5.
Looks like we've got the batting power play on now. Now for this 1 over, batting power play is only 1 over. The fielding side can only have a maximum of 3 fielders.
Just wondering whether it's the right choice here because they're up against Isuru. Now take a look at these sixers of Trigo. 2 sixers and then Ashley Nurse, the final one. But talking about the batting power play, you're taking it against the best bowler of the New York Strikers. I'm not sure that's a wise decision.
No, yes, I don't think it is, and his figures are amazing. Isuru Udana, 3 for 8 from 3 overs. 18 deliveries, 12 dots, 3 for 8. Here we go, it's his last. That's a wide. He'll start with a wide.
Isrudana starting off with a wide that time. But this batting power play is so important. I mean, for the Rajasthan Kings, they got to make something out of this to be competitive. At the current rate, they'll get to 144.
Bowled. Well bowled. It's a full length. That's a Yorker length. It's a wide Yorker. And there are 2 men back, one at deep point and one at third man in the shade. So they're in the most comfortable parts of the ground. There we are, over there.
See, I'm just wondering whether it's the captain resting out there.
Resting?
In the shade.
Concentrating, Roshan. Slower ball. And that has been picked up. My goodness, that's a good hit from Peter Trigo. He's come in full of confidence following his innings the other night with Angelo Pereira. He's just picked it up. 21 from 8 now for the English fella.
He certainly has done well for himself. He's striking at 262.5. Slower ball, gone very fast. Back of the hand.
Look at that hand speed from Trigo. It's fantastic. It's just a really powerful arm movement there, which accounts for that big 6. 26 in the last 6 balls. Nearly took out Ashley Nurse with him. And that's 4 more. Trigo is providing some heavy artillery here at the end of this innings. 9 balls to go.
And he's adding some real value to this score at the moment. Rajasthan Kings at one stage didn't look like getting to 100, I'll tell you. They were 3 for 35, lots of balls used, but then that partnership. And now Trigo has come in at a perfect time. He's been left with 9 more deliveries in the innings.
That's Munaf Patel there. Munaf, let's see you bowling. Come on. We didn't see him bowling in the last game either. So now change of trajectory here. Suru Udana has had enough of bowling over the wicket to Trigo. He's going to try and restrict him here from round the wicket. Left arm round pace. Oh goodness. Came down like a table tennis ball, didn't it? There was nothing in that.
Worth taking a look at it again. Just look at how Trigo placed that shot. It was bowled into the pitch. Just keep an eye on the batter. See, at that point he was committed. And then he just stopped and had to go on with the shot. This is clever bowling.
That's because the ball came out of the back of the hand. We've talked about this before, Roshan. It's an incredible skill from Udana. Right, Ashley Nurse on strike. It's a good shot for no run, for 1 run rather. 1 run, that'll be okay. Yuvraj. There we are, Yuvraj Singh. What a performer over the years for India and the franchises he's played for. He didn't quite know what to do at the toss. He said, I don't really know. He said, I haven't done anything at the toss. And when he did win it, he wasn't sure then. I think he's reasonably happy with how this has gone. They removed Robin Uthappa for naught. Bobbled, nothing off that. So 13 from that power play batting over, 137 for 5. Two early strikes with Uthappa gone for naught, Saxena for 4, then Mazakadze 30, 39 Chaturanga de Silva, Angelo Pereira 26. And now Peter Trigo's come in and added such a strong injection of runs here. Momentum is now with Rajasthan Kings, and there's 6 balls to go. Remember, it's 90 balls per innings, 15 overs. That's beautiful, isn't it? The Mahavali River, which circles the city of Kandy. Now, who's going to bowl this? It's going to be Jerome Taylor, and he's coming round the wicket. Ashley Nurse is on strike. Ashley Nurse from Barbados, Suleiman Ben from Barbados. and Jerome Taylor, who hails from the island of Jamaica. So we have some inter-island rivalry going on right here. Ashley Nurse on strike. Oh, goodness, that's so powerful. Look at those arms. Flat 6 over extra cover.
This is a very good effort now. This partnership of 40 or 14 is just carrying on. What about that shot? Yeah, I mean, that went over extra cover. That was a real low full toss, dealt heavily by Ashley Nurse.
It's the battle of the forearms. That's what it is. You wouldn't want an arm wrestle with Ashley Nurse. I think you might come second, a distant second. Right, 5 balls to go. The Rajasthan Kings looking healthy at 143 for 5. Remember, they were 35 for 3. Oh, that's a flick, and it's a very productive one as well. It's 4.
Now he decides to come over the wicket, but these are signs of good teams. I mean, you don't depend on a player or 2 players. This is why Rajasthan Kings are considered one of the best sides in this tournament, the Legends Cricket Trophy. You would have been moaning about the dismissal of Robin Uthappa, but then you have the likes of Ashley Nurse coming in and playing shots like this, having a partnership of 44-15.
Absolutely right. And you know, in the last game it was Angelo Pereira and Peter Trigo. Now it's Ashley Nurse with Trigo. Healthy, 44 from 15. 10 from the first 2. Pressure on Jerome Taylor. Oh, he's hit him. He has hit him. I'm not sure if that's in the helmet, but I think that the trainer will have to come out here. Not sure if it gloved him. I'm not quite sure. Come on, get out there. Let's have a look at this.
Well, that was flush. That was flush on the back of the head.
On the back of the helmet, wasn't it, Roshan? Absolutely right. So the protocols in situation here in order. Yes, he has to be looked at here.
Yeah, I like what we see here, because it's very important that the player's safety is given priority, and this is exactly what's happening. So you'll find the physio coming out and just making sure that he's fine, because they're worried about concussions, they're worried about a few things that could happen due to these blows.
Yeah, he'd almost got through with the shot. Wasn't quite sure of the bounce, was he? He was through with the shot, but I think he feels okay. Well, that's a good sign. I'm glad to see that. Chadwick Walton alongside him. So Jerome Taylor 6-4 and a dot ball, having hit Ashley Nurse, and now 3 balls to go.
Yeah, the current rate, a very, very respectable 152. I mean, Rajasthan Kings will take anything from where they were. At the moment, they're looking healthy at 147 for 5, 3 balls left.
Oh, he drags it straight back onto his right leg. A change of pace again from Jerome Taylor.
That's a clever piece of bowling by Taylor. Pace on early, he went for runs, and now he's looking to take pace off. That last delivery bowled into the pitch. Ashley Nurse was looking to swing it away on the onside, but it's just that lack of pace, the ball not arriving. You could see that. Just hit the under edge of the bat.
Straight into the top of the pad. So 2 dot balls. 6-4, 2 dot balls. 2 balls to go to complete this innings. Short and hit hard. Man out there at deep mid-wicket. And so Peter Trigo is going to have the last ball of the innings here. Ashley Nurse will finish 19 not out from 8. And Peter Trigo, he's on 26. Can he finish with a boundary?
It's a great comeback in the over by Jerome Taylor after going for 10. Dot, dot, and a single. Now Can he finish off on high, as you said, or will Trigo in good form, striking at 236, come up with a dream shot for a 6 or a 4?
That's in his mind, I can tell you that. He's probably got it in mind exactly where he wants to put this. If it's short, it's going over square leg. Ooh, he's belted it. Alvaro Peterson saves one. Will he save the second? He will. Well, Alvaro Peterson's done well there, because that was hit so hard from Peter Trigo. And Rajasthan Kings finished 150 for 5 in their 90 balls. And that looks a pretty healthy target from where they were, 35 for 3. Trigo, 28 not out. Nurse, 19 not out. Their partnership, 47 from 19. 150 for 5.
A very respectable 150 for 5 for the Rajasthan Kings. As you said, they were struggling at 35 for 3. And look at that card. Nobody's gone on and made anything big, but all of them have contributed and done that quickly. Masakadza got things going, then De Silva, Angelo Pereira, and a great finish by Trigo and Nurse.
Yeah, Udana, he had the pick of the bowlers. 3 for 21 in his 4 overs. Jerome Taylor, none for 27 in 3. Suleiman Ben, none for 42 in 3. Rahul bowled just the 1 over, 6 balls. I thought he might have bowled a few more than that with 1 wicket. Gunaratne, Christian and De Grandhomme also adding to the bowlers. Right, let's get downstairs. We'll hear from Angelo Pereira with Ayushi.
Thank you so much. I'm here joined by Angelo Pereira. Kings started a little slow, and that is pretty tough to afford in a short format of cricket.
Yes, we need some momentum at the start, but I think it was a good finish. Looking at the score, 150 was apparently looking a massive target at one stage, but I thought we caught up well.
Do you think this is a good total to defend here?
Only time will tell, but the wicket looks pretty good. The bowlers will have to do a very good job to restrict them to 150.
I'm sure about that, but then you guys are placed pretty well on the points table, and if you win today's match, you'll be on the top. Looking forward to that?
Very much looking forward to it, and looking forward to the 19th as well. That's the finals, so today will give us a bit of a cushion if we win today, so hopefully it will be in our bag.
And you scored a stunning 100, a century in the last game, but then you got caught out today pretty early. What were the difficulties you faced?
It's pretty much in the game, I would say, because you're supposed to get out as well. On a good day, you're going to have a good knock, but you can't be doing it every day, so hopefully next inning.
I'm sure. All the best. Thank you so much.
150 for 5 in the 90 balls, and the New York Strikers, well, they'll probably feel they let them off the hook a little bit, because they were 35 for 3 Rajasthan Kings, but the Strikers need 151 to win this match from the 90 balls, and a win puts the winners on top of the points table.
Yeah, welcome back to the Palakkele International Cricket Stadium, where the Rajasthan Kings are taking on the New York Superstar Strikers in match number 16. The winner of this goes straight to the top of the table. Well, it's been a popular tournament among actors and actresses that have travelled across from India here to Palakkele to watch these legends in action. Let's take a listen to what they had to say about the tournament.
It's an interesting format. It's actually the first time I'm here in the stadium watching a 15-over match. So
yeah,
it's interesting because 20 overs was always fast and pacey, but this is even more fast, pacey and furious. So
I think these are the players that we miss watching playing more cricket. Yeah, and I think it's a great idea to come and see them again on the field and playing cricket, because a lot of times I think you kind of miss them, even though you have the young lot, but I think you really miss the legends. So I think it's fantastic to see them back here. Yeah.
Honestly, I've been a big fan of a lot of players who are playing, and as the name suggests, Legends Cricket Trophy. So yeah, I get to see a lot of legends, especially tonight, and it's a dream come true.
Yeah, many more will arrive as we get to the business end of this competition, with the final not so long away now, the 19th of March, the final of this Legends Cricket Trophy. The Rajasthan Kings, they were in trouble early on, lost Uthappa without scoring, Saxena for 4 and Mazakatsa for 30, but then the partnerships built and the aggression went through the roof, courtesy of Peter Trigo. 28 off 12 and Nurse 19 off 8.
So they started off badly, losing the man in form, Uthappa. He had to go early. Then Masakadza came in. He was not the real Masakadza you would see, but he got into the act to get in a quick fire 30. And this is really some bad calling. And Saxena just kept running without looking at Masakadza. And both batters were found in the same end. And at that time, the Kings were in a bit of trouble. Masakadza tried to get things moving on, but Jerome Taylor held on to a very good catch of Rahul. And then Chaturanga De Silva and Angelo Pereira, the Centurion, the other day, started fixing things for the Kings with a useful partnership.
Pereira's brilliant 100 the other day. We thought he was on for another big score here in this partnership, but it was actually dominated by the left-hander Chaturanga De Silva, with his 39 coming off just 20 deliveries. It was his aggression that got the Kings back on track. And good catch by Alvaro Peterson, diving away to his left-hand side, saw the end of Chaturanga De Silva. The next to go was Angelo Pereira, gone for 26 or 15. And this was a good partnership. Peter Trigo, along with Ashley Nurse. Trigo, very powerful striker from Somerset in England. And cleared the boundary with ease. Their partnership, 47, coming off just 19 deliveries. And it gave them 150 for 5 in their 90 balls. A more than competitive total. Seven bowlers used. Again, Udana, the pick of them. 3 for 21. He was the bowler that they opted to use for 4 overs. His economy rate, impeccable. 5 for 25. Jerome Taylor going at 9 to the over. Rahul, the leg spinner, going at 8. And the umpires make their way out to the middle, and for the very first time the New York Superstar Strikers will have to chase down a total. In every game leading up to this moment, they've batted first.
So the final huddle with the final words coming in from the captain. As they should be bowling, and how they'll want things to go in the power play. So it'll be a very important game for both these teams, because the winners will go on top of the table, and that will be very interesting to see how the strikers. They do bat very deep, the strikers. They've got a very good batting line. And on the other hand, the Kings, the bowlers haven't bowled badly in this tournament. Manpreet Ghoni, he's been among the wickets. So we're going to get an interesting run chase from the strikers.
So the two men who will open the innings will be Alvaro Peterson, the South African opening batter, and Chadwick Walton, the man who has kept wicket for most of this tournament for the New York Superstar Strikers. He's a powerful striker of the ball, Chadwick Walton. He has got a half-century to his name already in this tournament, a Player of the Match award. There's plenty of power. Yuvraj Singh, the captain, Dan Christian, Colin de Grande, Marcelo Gunaratne, who's been good with both bat and ball. So if they play to their potential, they should wind this total in comfortably enough. But Bipul Sharma and the bowling attack from the Rajasthan Kings might have something to say about that. Manpreet Ghoni, the seamer, has been very good for them as well. Shut up Jakati with his left arm spinners. So they do have a nicely balanced unit. And that is why these two teams find themselves in positions 2 and 3 on the ladder at the moment. The winner going directly to the top of that ladder, courtesy of what is a very good run rate.
So Walton has had a very good strike rate in this series, and with 1/2 century, he knows how the wickets behave, and he will be looking to get the strikers off to a good start. Bipul Sharma, on the other hand, has played a couple of games, hasn't bowled badly. His economy is around 6, which is pretty good for this format, and we are all ready for the run chase. So final adjustments by the bowler. So 2 men out side the 30-yard circle is a deep square, a deep mid-wicket, and a long off. And the long on comes in now to the circle, and the mid-wicket drops down.
Yeah, let's play.
So we're ready to go. And he starts off with a biggie. There might have been a chance there. The bowler is not happy. Jatin Saxena was the fielder. But the strikers are on their way.
Just for a moment, Saxena thinks he's in the game here. He thinks this is going to land about chest height, but the ball just keeps going and going and going and clears him in the end. Smeared away, over mid-on and away for 4. Walton is not bothering to have a look here or to assess the conditions. He just wants boundaries.
When you're chasing something above 150, I think they would want to get a good start, and that's what Walton wants. He's got 10 of 2 deliveries, and he has got them off to a good start.
So just 33 balls, Chadwick Walton got 73 against the Punjab Royals. So he is an attacking player, he is a powerful striker, and now there's a change in field. Long on, deep mid-wicket. Those are the 2 boundary riders. Now he goes over mid-off and all the way. What a start this is, and what a cricket shot that is.
Perfectly timed. The timing was incredible on that occasion. This is fantastic from the strikers. Walton leading the run chase. A 6, a boundary, and I think this is the best out of all 3.
Amazing, they made the fielding change, they protected that leg side. And Bipul Sharma just lobbed it outside off stump, which allowed Walton to go over mid-off. He's got to get the ball in that middle and leg and make Walton hit the ball towards the leg side. If he's going to get a boundary, he needs to clear those 2 fielders. But he's allowing him to look on the offside where there is no protection.
He's got 5 fielders inside the ring on the off. And the only 2 fielders, a long on and a deep mid.
What a way to start the innings. Takes guard, first ball, just over mid-wicket. Smears that through mid-on, and then this is the pick of the bunch. Brings Alvaro Peterson onto strike.
Yeah, lovely.
Not quite the same fireworks. But a single to end the first, 18 without loss.
Rostam, please. Rostam.
Palakela International Cricket Stadium. And now Manpreet Goni is going to grace it with his presence. He's done well this series. Goni a best of 3 for 27. I think an economy of under 9 is always going to be good in this new format. Peterson snuck a single off the last ball of the previous over, so he has the strike. Deep third and a man at square leg. Those are your 2 boundary riders. That's gone fine. Very fine and 4.
Was that intentional? Peterson might have opened the face of that at the last minute. More like an outside edge, but they will take it nevertheless.
I think he does try and guide that down to deep third, but he didn't want to get it as fine as that. Give him a little bit of credit. Goni tends to just nip the ball back into the right-handers. Nicely bowled.
You need to give credit to Manpreet Goni actually, because he's bowled at the start in the bowling power play, and he's bowled a couple of overs during the batting power play. So his economy, if you take it, look at his economy on this series, you should give credit to Goni because he's done extremely well.
It's gone very square. The outfield so quick here.
This has been a good start. Just what the strikers wanted. Try and get the maximum out of the power play, especially when you're chasing a total of 150. It's always nice to have a good start ahead of the required run rate.
Just takes a lot of pressure off the dugout. And that required rate is over 9. Shot. What a shot that is. Well, that's the best shot that Alvaro Peterson has played since he's arrived here in Kandy.
A shot that any fast bowler wouldn't like to be played back past you and straight as an arrow. Very well done, very well executed.
This thing about Peterson going down the wicket and hitting it back over the bowler's head, just going to highlight how still he keeps his head. when he advances. So often a batter will come down the wicket and he's bouncing. And when they bounce, that's when they struggle to read the correct length of the ball. But Peterson's head was dead still there when he came down the wicket. He's on his way here, Alvaro Peterson. This is another good over for the strikers. 16 from that over. There's 12 balls gone, 34 without loss. Gedera, the Grandham, Gunaratne, Yuvraj, Christian. There's a lot of batting. There really is a lot of batting. And they've got off to the perfect start. Peterson's going shot for shot here with Walton.
Well, this is the last ball of the previous over. Again, giving the charge to Goni and getting a maximum.
So they've abandoned spin and they go to the seam of Awana with Walton 17 on just 5 deliveries. Well, make that 23. he means business.
They're making it look so easy, actually. Just almost a pickup shot on that occasion. Brilliantly done. He just picked it up and put it over mid-wicket. This is a perfect start from the strikers.
Yeah, the skills are going to have to change a little bit here. We've seen a lot of seam-up bowling from both Goni and now Parvinder Awana's first ball. We're going to have to start seeing some cutters and some slower balls, because at the moment these two men from the New York's superstar strikers are just standing and hitting through the line. Oh, and that's just neatly played. So we've seen the power and now we've seen the touch.
Excellent batting. Chadwick Walton is giving no mercy to the bowlers. Just a deft touch and open the face at the correct time. Played it very late. There you go, results. He's marching on. It's 44 for none.
Well, they made it look so difficult at the top, the Rajasthan Kings, and the strikers are making it look so simple. Things can change, but they need to change quickly if you're a Kings fan. 4 more. This is an exhibition of opening batting by Walton and Peterson.
He's given him length, he's given him something wide, and this time gives him room outside the off stump. And Walton is up for the task. He's really taken on Avana. What does the Kings captain do now?
But again, you need to question the tactics. Is that every single fielder is up inside the circle on the offside, and Awana bowls the ball outside off stump. He needs to be straight at the stumps. And again, but this is a good shot. This is a good shot. And this is the fastest 50 in the tournament. 52 without loss after just 16 balls.
We've got 18 from this over. 3 boundaries and a 6. Chadwick Walton's moved on to 35 of 9. Again, opening the face of the bat, playing it very late. The third man's in the circle. This is bad line from Avana.
Yeah, many would argue that it's just outside off stump, but when you've got this field, You can't be missing off stump. You need to be hitting middle stump. You need Walton to be hitting the ball away on the leg side, or you've got to be bowling off cutters, pace off the ball. He can't be allowed to hit the ball through the offside. The field has changed slightly. There's a mid-on in place now and a deep mid-wicket. Now third drops back onto the boundary and square leg comes up. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts pace on here, he'll go again. Four more. He's just giving him hit me balls here, Rawana. And Walton is feasting.
So these are the 3 boundaries that you get the first one. Then the deft touch, the third man, then hammer through point for a boundary, and then again running it down to third man for 4. This is brutal from Chadwick Bolton, and Avana doesn't know what to do right now.
15 over game, 20 over game, 10 over game. It doesn't really matter. He's played authentic cricket shots here. I mean, that is a square drive right out the top draw. And we've seen some lovely deft touch as well down to third for boundaries. Is he going to finish with the boundary, Walton? It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. It is a boundary off every single delivery of the over. Very expensive. 26. That's 3 overs gone. 60 without loss. Well, Bippel went for 18 in the first over. Goni went for 16 in his first over. And Awana's gone for 26 in his first over. So Robin Uthappa is ringing the changes here, but I don't think it's going to matter who he brings on because Walton is in the mood. That's Chaturanga de Silva. Batted well. He's going to have to bowl brilliantly. Well, that's the least amount of runs off a ball that you can have at the moment. A wide down the leg side.
It's been an excellent start. So this is the last over. Avana being taken on by Walton. Beautifully done. The third ball was a wide, and he just squared at him, and again ran it down to third man. Now Peterson doing the correct thing. He's nudging the single. He's getting Walton back on strike. This one was the best out of lot. But this one is not easy to play because it didn't really come up, but he got the placement right very well.
43 from 11. If he gets 50, how many balls? 2 from here? Well, there's 4 of them. So now he needs another boundary. And we sort of nonchalantly saying, well, that's 4, but what a shot that is. I mean, that is an incredible cricket shot. The power, the placement, the movement of the feet.
This is a great shot. It's not easy to play anything on the onside like that. That's beautifully done.
Nicely, boy.
I mean, he's just hit the middle of the bat with every delivery. 48 from 13. And I mean, this is a good over, this from Chaturanga de Silva. It's gone for just 7. Not 7 anymore. Make that 11 as Peterson gets in on the action.
So Peterson says, whatever Bolton can do, I can do it as well. Again, De Silva just straying on the leg. That is a good shot. Picked his spot very early. Knew the fielder was in the ring and placed it perfectly.
Already it's the most runs scored by a team inside the power play. They've still got 1 ball remaining here. And there's fielders being pushed down onto the boundary, brought up into the 30-yard circle. I'm not sure it matters where they put them. Peterson is called for 2. They're both quick enough, good enough to get through for 2. So that's a wonderful power play for the New York Superstar Strikers. It's 73 without loss. Someone call the police.
What a contrast here. Rajasthan Kings had made just 20 at the end of the power play, and New York strikers are head and shoulders and everything ahead of them. 73 without loss. That is some domination. Jakati, Shadab Jakati coming on. What could he do? All the bowlers so far has been taken apart. Bolton has been in the form of his life. He's galloped along now to 49 of 14 balls.
It's been extraordinary, isn't it? There's a real mugging going on here.
Hey! That is a rare defensive shot. Still a single. Something that we haven't seen in this entire tournament. Defensive shots are very rare. Now Bolton has the opportunity to score the quickest 50 in the Legends Cricket Trophy, and he does that now. 50 of just 15 balls, which is the quickest, the fastest 50 in the Legends Cricket Trophy, and he's surpassed Robin Uthappa.
That's one of the best knocks I've seen for a long time. Proper cricket stroke play from Chadwick Walton. And he could actually take this game completely away now from Rajasthan.
This time he gets a hand to it. This is Trigo. But yeah, that's the word. We'll go proper cricket shots. There was no slogging, some unbelievable shots, some really fantastic ones, and complete domination. 50 of 15. Peterson 26 of 13.
Yes, boy.
Only a single this time. They've got a little bit quieter. The boundaries have stopped flowing. Now they're doing it in singles. 5 singles of 5 balls.
At this stage, Rajasthan Kings are 26 for 1. 26 for 1.
Good running, good running. And just 6 runs. That's a great over by Jakati under the circumstances. 79 without loss of 30 balls.
Might have been close, don't you know?
Nah. You would have probably been close to that, eh? He took off late from here.
Now these are the quickest in terms of individual scores, the fastest 50. Chadwick Bolton is figuring there with 23 balls, but look at this now, 15 balls when the next best is 21, so 6 balls better and 6 balls quicker. Chadwick Bolton Bipul.
Come,
This might be taken. No, it falls short. For a moment, I thought Angelo Pereira was in business.
Thank you.
Yeah, he knew he couldn't make it. Yeah, it looked after it had bounced that he could have made it, but no way, no way.
He was very excited, wasn't he, Bipul? He thought that he had his man, but not umpire Asanga Jayasuriya.
Yeah, Bipul Sharma. Well, so there hasn't been anything that's gone near the body or the pads. He thinks he's got his man.
He was celebrating. The openers are now starting to sort of settle in and look for singles. They've just... Yuvraj Singh, he's been in pads generally when the innings gets moving, but he doesn't make that appearance. This should be taken. This has to be taken. Trigo is the fielder, and he does. So that's wicket number 1.
That's a super catch from Peter Trigo. Well, he's just pulled up here now, Trigo. I hope he's okay. He has run some 30-odd meters here at pace. And I hope he hasn't done, might have done a groin here. He's gone from extra cover, sprinted hard, and taken a really good catch. And there he's just pulled up after taking the catch. Well, that's one wicket they wanted. They might have wanted the other one, but Peterson has gone. Alvira Peterson, 28 from 16, 81 for 1.
Yuvraj Singh, now for a moment I didn't think he would want to come out because we've seen him in pads, but he's generally held himself back.
Yes, he has done, rather unselfishly. But it's great to see Yuvraj here now, and this is the end of Peterson.
Yeah, this is a great catch, as you said, by Trigo. He had to run around, and don't forget, he had to take it as it was falling before him. It was over his shoulder. Not easy. Had to grab for it, but held on to it two-handed. Now I can understand why Yuvraj is here, because there are left-arm spinners bowling, and he might be the perfect answer to left-arm spin. Ball spinning back into the left-hander, so he'll be looking at mid-wicket and square leg, which are his favourite areas.
Just here, straight mid-wicket. That's where Yuvraj, that's where he likes to go. And the bottom left of your picture there. Perfect for the left-hander against the left-arm spinner.
Vipul Sharma's line was good. He was looking to bowl outside the off stump, pushed it through a little bit quicker. Didn't make the mistake of looking to toss it up, because Yuvraj would have loved it. No real turn off the surface. Now with the right-hander on strike, the field just changes, disperses to different parts. There is a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, deep extra cover and a long off. That's a good over. It's a really good over. 3 runs and a wicket. 82 for 1. Now that requirement is 69 or 54 for the New York Strikers. That is a very easy task at the moment. They got 9 wickets standing. They got a set batter in Chadwick Bolton, 52 of 19, who's hit 7 4s and 3 6s, striking at 273.7. And we're going to see some off spin. With Yuvraj on strike, it's going to be Nurse, Ashley Nurse. Bowls off spin from round the wicket. his economy is a little bit high. Straight away, just tossed up, waiting for Yuvraj, just skips to the other side. This is a good move. He's got the right hand and he'll enjoy it with the off-spinner bowling. He'll look to go with the turn. Mid-wicket, long on has been his places as far as those big hits are concerned for Bolton. So that leg side field is beefed now, 3 men.
Chadwick Walton has done all the heavy lifting here, so he can, I'm not saying he can just relax, but with 68 required from 52, he's done the hard work. Now, not to throw it away.
What about that? He's not going to throw anything away.
That's one of the biggest we've seen in the tournament. That is finished high up on that grassy bank on the scoreboard side. Quality of this shot here is just extraordinary.
That wasn't a great delivery. Bowled slower and shorter, and Chadwick Bolton was waiting. That was a gift, considering the form he's in. He's seeing this ball so well. Ashley Nurse just looping it but falling well short. That was a massive, massive blow. They're still waiting for the ball.
There are not too many fans over there, so they've had to wait for someone to drop back and find the ball. I don't know. I mean, that's a 90, 100 meter six. It's got to be about 95 meters easily.
Yep, that was a big hit. That was really hit with a lot of power. This might be taken, I think. It falls between two fielders, but it was definitely catchable. It was not going for 6. It was completely miscued by Bolton.
He's tried to place this. This was fuller in length, which is why he had to make more of it to manufacture the shot in some way. Yeah, you can see him. He's trying to. He was a little bit cramped because of the length, the fuller length.
See, I think that Ashley Nurse is bowling a little bit too slow, so allows the batter even on a full length to be where he is and swing it from that point. I did get some turn. Yuvraj Singh was done by the lack of pace. It just got a bit stuck in the surface. Yuvraj Singh was through with the shot. But he still conceded 9 runs. He's got 1 ball to go in the over. Bolton has been the real threat as far as the Rajasthan Kings bowling. Straight down the ground. That's 4. What a big over. He's got 13 off it. 95 for 1. Well, look at that. Look at the gap. That black worm is going in another direction. The blue worm struggled early on and then got a little bit of ascendancy towards the end, but the black worm is seriously starting to mean business here. Left arm spin. Bipul Sharma.
This time, Chadwick Walton places it, caresses it through long off. It's been a real exposition in clean hitting from Chadwick Walton. Good to see Yuvraj in now. The stage is perfect for him.
He loves that area because the mid-wicket long on area has been kept open. So Yuvraj Singh loves to flick it in the onside. And with the turn, whatever turn Vipul Sharma is bowling with, so Yuvraj Singh just working the angle. A single of the first 3 balls, and now is the test. Walton on strike, 63 of 23. He drags it, catches it, is the call, but he just can't make it. Vipul Sharma thought he had his man, but not Masakadza. He was running around, he just couldn't get a hand to it.
Chadwick Walton looked just a little tentatively here. No, there's no way that, no. Sorry, Vipul Sharma felt that more effort could have been made, but that was past. That was way past the fielder.
The 100's up. It's a joint fastest team 100. And that is another boundary. He's picking those gaps. That may not have come off the middle of the bat, but Chadwick Walton is moving quickly. He's now getting close to a 300 strike rate.
73 of 25, strike rate 292. Uncannily, unerringly finding these gaps. That's when the ball goes along the ground. It's the 6s. He's hit 5 6s and 9 boundaries.
And they'll make a single of the last ball. Another massive over, 12 runs off it. 48 balls or 8 overs are completed. It's 107 for 1. And yes, I know that New York strikers are doing well, but the Rajasthan Kings will need to regroup here. It is a strategic timeout.
You're changing.
What's 15? Right now?
So the strategic timeout just coming to an end. At the moment, the strikers are in a seriously commanding position. They are requiring 6.29. Welcome back, Chadwick Walton, that goes to the quickest 50 of the tournament. He has been outstanding. He's at 9 fours, 5 sixes in his brief stay at the innings. And 1 over, hit for 26, which was the second highest over in the tournament so far. He's just timed it from ball 1. He's made it look effortless, and then he shows a bit of muscle as well.
And if you look at that knock, John, you would see that they were all good cricketing shots. Like, they were very well executed shots. He just kept going and going. 26 of the Havana over. He really took on the bowling.
So just over a run a ball needed at this stage. So they've really put a massive dent in this run chase. Kings have got it all to do. Pulled. That is huge. Way back.
Well, The length has been the problem with the Kings, and Chadwick Walton has just been severe on anything short, and he's power hit that one.
Well, that surely wasn't the plan in the strategic timeout to bowl a drag down to Chadwick Walton. Moves on to 80. It's his 6th 6. This time a cultured punch off the back foot, but the way he's gone about it has really, you can just see the body language from the Kings out in the field. They are absolutely punch drunk. They've been hit out the attack, they've been hit to all corners. You can just see there's just almost given up here. They've been smashed.
Yuvraj Singh has been very quiet compared to Chadwick Walton. Yeah, those are those. And this time, it's Yuvraj Singh coming into the party and goes over mid-wicket for 6. Brilliant from the striker's captain. And it's raining 6s and 4s out there for the strikers.
Right in his zone. Bang. 2nd 6th of the over. Oh, he's gone straight now. He hasn't quite timed it, has he? Oh, the diving effort. Puts it down and it rolls over the boundary for 4. He toe-ended it. But Nurse with a brilliant effort. A full dive. He got his hands to it in the end, but 4.
He did well to come around. He got to the distance. Good running, but then that... Yeah, I should have taken that. To cup your hands. That's some relief, isn't it, for the Kings to give away a single?
Yeah, they just haven't been able to stem the flow of runs at all here. And the way they're going about it with these two players, they're going to keep going. They're going to finish this game as quick as possible. Talk about run rates, net run rates, vitally important in the back end of this competition. Pulled away. Nurse doesn't make the same mistake. He takes this safely. And Jakarta finally gets a wicket after going for 18.
Walton again trying to power it over long on. This time only finding Ashley Nurse in the deep. Appreciated by Robin Uthappa. A fine knock comes to end. Chadwick Walton goes for 81 off 29. It's 125 for 2 at the end of the over.
तूने 3 डाली है ना? रुक जा रवि थोड़ा. Short fine आ जाए.
Some beautiful pictures from around Kandy as the sun starts to set. I have some wonderful sunsets in the past few evenings. Asela Gunaratne out in the centre with a really healthy strike rate, over 200, and the skipper Gunaratne want to finish this off without any fuss, any further fuss. That's a poor delivery. Has he got it? One hand got stuck in the up in the air and has just lobbed the fielder for 4.
For a moment, Bipul Sharma might have felt that he was in the game. But it's very important on how you time the jump, isn't it, John? Did he time it well enough? Nurse is not happy.
Wasn't the best delivery. It's a bit of a half tracker. He's disappointed. Yuvraj Singh almost hit the back of the bat. It came so slowly to him. But 22 to win. On the brink. Happy to nudge it on the onside for a single. Gunaratne comes on to strike for the first time. Here's a look at the wicket. Jakarta dragged it short and he went deep in the crease and didn't quite have the elevation. The ball wasn't quite short enough probably for that shot, but he's been hitting it so well. And he deserves all the congratulations, a lot of high fives and handshakes and congratulations. He's really, really entertained us this evening. Nurse, when he took the catch, he's got the ball in hand. Can he make a difference with it now? Oh, that's gone past Uthappa.
I didn't see it at all.
One wonders if it's going to be called wide. It probably will be. And it's gone all the way for 4. Umpire just trying to make sure he's calling it runs, is he? Yes, he is.
Yeah. Oh, did he get a bat on that? So they'll just nudge it around. They're well in control.
I won't be able to move.
They just need 16 from... Well...
Ball.
It's like glass, beautiful colors, and the sunset as well. We're going to be treated again this evening pretty soon. Oh, he thought he's nicked that, and I think he's put that down. A brilliant delivery from Nurse. Mumbled appeal. And Nurse is getting a bit frustrated. He had one loop over short fine leg, and this time I think he's put him down.
Well, it is signaled bias. For a moment, Robin Uthappa might have seen it hitting the stumps. Whoa. It's a very eventful over. It's 136-2 at the end of 60 balls.
Yuvraj Singh trying to heave one into the onside and just manages to get the single. $14 to win. Gunaratne's got the sweep out a few times in the last over. Uthappa behind the stumps put down a chance, it looked like. Cut away, misfielded, and looks like it's just going to cost them the single.
Kings have bowled badly, they've fielded badly, and they're paying for it. Yuvraj with another big heave, but only a single.
I wonder also, talking about average scores in day games batting first, they've got exactly the average score batting first, 150. The problem is that when they started bowling this evening, that power play got hit to all corners and they couldn't really drag it back from there. At the moment, a really comfortable chase this. Reverse hits, what a shot. And the fielder doing a good job out there in the end. He's taking a bit of time, Awana, to get back up.
He's played this many a times, Asela Gunaratne, during his career, and even in this tournament we've seen him reverse sweep a lot. And this time it's Yuvraj goes high, and he's found the fielder at long on. Chakati picks up another, and that of the striker skipper. It's 142 as the strikers lose their skipper. He's looking to clear long on, but only found a fielder in the deep.
Safely grabbed, Chakati, he gets his second, he's hung in there. He's been hit a long way, but he's holed out eventually. The skipper, Yuvraj Singh, gone for 22. Strikers 140 for 3. So, interesting times. Lost a couple of wickets along the way. Just lost a bit of momentum, but they are comfortably ahead of the game by some distance. Kabagedra walking in his 5 matches, just 18 runs, so has been a bit of a dry patch for him, you would say. He needs some runs under his belt here. He hasn't got much to do here, can't achieve a whole bunch. Another look at the wickets. Yuvraj Singh trying to pick up, pull the spinner, just like Chadwick Walton tried and perished as well. Carved away this time into the deep. 141 for 3. Strikers nearly 10 to win off 24 balls. They are comfortably placed. Walton, he really entertained us. 81 of 29. Yuvraj just departed as well for 22. So Gunaratne and Kabagedra got to get their team over the line.
Yes, sir.
Bipul, he's going to be the player to bowl the 4th over. His 4th over. And a forward defensive. We haven't seen many of those this innings.
Very rare. Very rare in this format. You'll see a difference, so it just shows how comfortable they are. You just need 10. Oh, this is good. It's good from Bipul. Getting a slight turn, isn't it?
You can see Kabagedra hasn't got too many runs. A little bit of lack of confidence there in his first couple deliveries, just having a quick look. No, what's he just pulled out of his action, and a friendly little bit of banter between the non-striker and the bowler. Hit uppishly, he gets himself a run. They've run back for 2, so good run by Gunaratne as well. Good work for his partner, running his partner's runs as well.
Getting closer and closer. 8 more needed. Right, save your legs. That will take you to the boundary. Kabagedra inches them closer. The 2 lads from Kandy are taking the strikers home here.
Lovely little story inside a story here. As you say, the 2 Kandy lads taking their team to top of the table. Their run rate again going to be massively better off. Nudged. They're running hard. They're 4 to win, and they're just going to take the single. So whittling it down to 3 to win. A delivery left in this set of 6. And they've got so many players as well. Think of de Grandholm. He hasn't been utilised today. Powell hasn't been used today as well. But that's how much depth they've got to their side, and that's a huge advantage where some sides have had a few injuries and they've been decimated by a few injuries along the way. Quick single. 8 off the over, 149 for 3. Having a look at the pool table at the moment. Super Strike is looking good. That could be it. That is it. Brilliant shot through extra cover. The New York Superstar Strikers, they go top of the log. That is the first time they have chased in this competition, and I'll tell you what, they might be doing it a bit more often after putting in a dominant performance tonight.
Chadwick Walton led the way and made sure that they got that 152 with veritable ease, with the minimum of losses and with balls to spare.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Kings haven't been outplayed like this the entire tournament. They really got a lesson out there. Chadwick Walton led the run chase exceptionally well. They bowled well. They kept the opposition down to 150, which is basically the average first innings score in the day games here. But they made it look pretty pedestrian. They put together a brilliant run chase. Peterson, Walton, Yuvraj all getting themselves in and scored it rapidly. And the two men from Kandy, as you mentioned, getting them over the line.
This is the moment. This is the moment. Gunaratne stretching his arms out. A very happy looking Strikers dugout, applauding the effort. Chadwick Walton leading the way. So they were down to chase 152 to win, and they did it very comfortably. Chadwick Walton, 81 at the top, being the highlight, but everybody contributing. Peterson, Yuvraj, and then Gunaratne and Kapugedera doing the final touches.
So this wasn't a pretty sight. Some of the bowlers tonight. A couple of 1-over spells. Goni went for 16 off one. Awano 26 off his one. So extremely tough work for them. Jakarta with his 2 wickets. And Bupal, he was the only player to bowl obligatory 4 overs in the innings with his single wicket, but no real inroads made. So the summary of the match: 16 Rajasthan Kings posting 150 for 5, Udana 3 wickets, and De Silva, Mazakatsa, Trigo, Angelo really just getting a couple of runs, but not enough to really make a real impact. And in reply, Walton, absolutely brilliant. He blew away the Rajasthan Kings. So we're going to pop down to Ash. She's on the side of the field. Let's see who she's meeting.
I'm down here with the man who contributed the most to the New York Strikers' win today, Chadwick Walton. First of all, congratulations on today's win. And we're talking about 81 runs in just 29 balls and also the fastest 50 in the tournament. Did you come with a plan today?
Actually, no. We just, well, first, thank you for that. We actually came here just to get a win, and that was the sole purpose of coming here today.
That's amazing. And also, New York Strikers, today is the first time you chased a target, and you have been successful in doing so. What do you think about this?
It's good to see that we batted first and win, and now we're chasing and win, so it orders well for the team. So it's just now to take the momentum into the finals, if we make it to the finals.
Of course, and that's my next question for you for sure, which is 8 points in 5 games. Do you see your team heading towards the top 2 at the top spot?
Definitely, that is a plan. That's why we came here, and we know it was a must-win game, and congrats to the fellas. We came and we delivered.
And also tell us, what is so good about your team, 4 wins out of 5?
The camaraderie in the team is very great. The guys inside the team, they gel very well.
All right, amazing. Thank you very much for joining with us, and one more time, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to hear from Chadwick Walton and Ash. Really good to hear them. And New York Strikers, there they are on top of the points table, looking down on everyone else. Totally outplaying Rajasthan Kings. They're still on 6 points, so is their race run. That's the interesting part now. Plenty to play for though. The team's still ahead. There's another game this evening as well, don't forget. Time for a break. We'll see you shortly.
So the New York Strikers having the better of the Rajasthan Kings. They made 150 for 5, and the Strikers made 153 for 3 with a comfortable win in match number 16. And let's go now and join Roshan Singh for the post-match presentation.
We have not just seen a clinical batting performance, but we've seen a brutal batting performance by the New York Strikers, winning by 7 wickets with 17 balls to spare. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Magic Win Sports Legends Cricket Trophy Season 2. Let me start off by thanking our partners, our developers, Star Sports, Bally's Entertainment, and of course, Yeti. Now let's start off with our awards this evening. We got a Magic Win Sports Player of the Match. Will receive a US 500 and an N7 real estate goodie box. It will be given away by Mr. Purva Thakur, the GM Marketing Strikers Sports Entertainment, as well as Miss Amira Dastur from the Indian Silver Screen. It would go to Chadwick Walton, who made a magnificent 81 of 28 balls and in the process became the quickest to reach 50 in this tournament. The fastest 50 by an individual player. Chadwick Walton receives the award of the Magic Win Sports Player of the Match, and he also gets that goodie. Now we move on to the Electric Wicket Award of US 500. It will be given away by Mr. Rohit Bavri, the team owner of Rajasthan Kings. It goes to Isurudana. Some outstanding bowling by Isurudana wins the Electric Wicket Award. And now for the Maximum Sixers Award of US 500 will be given away by Mr. Sohan Singh, the CEO of the Strikers Sports Entertainment. It goes to Chadwick Walton. He's been simply brutal today. He's not spared any bowler. And Chadwick Walton quite rightly winning the Maximum Sixers. And that concludes our post-match presentation.
Thanks, Roshan. Good to see the top performers of the match. Now we look at the points table where the Strikers, they're up to number 1 with a great net run rate as well to boot. So ahead of Giants and the Kings, they've beaten very well tonight. What's to come this evening? Plenty more action. Match 17, Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, where the Punjab Royal taking on the Candy Samp Army. That'll be next at the Palakkele International Cricket Stadium. We'll see you soon.